DC Housing, exploring housing prices of different zip codes in Washington, D.C., Virginia, and Maryland through the combination of Zillow and geospatial data. There are thousands of jobs in D.C. However, living in the capital is expensive, especially when it comes to purchasing a house. Because of this, many decide to buy real estate in the outskirts of D.C. or in the neighboring states of Maryland and Virginia. The number of possible location choices is daunting, so the purpose of this project is to narrow down the search to the most affordable and best valued zip codes. My research will focus on answering the following questions. How does location affect housing prices? Which areas have the cheapest houses? Which areas give you the biggest square footage for your budget? Are higher prices accounted for by higher square footage? And finally, how does the number of bedrooms vary within different price categories? To complete my analysis, I will first combine Zillow housing data with geospatial data. I will then calculate average statistics for each zip code and calculate a new feature highlighting the price per square foot for each zip code. I will then split the data into several price ranges and create visualizations showcasing all of this information. Finally, I will analyze to find the cheapest and best valued areas. The first step was creating a map of average prices for each zip code. I was hoping to discover a visible geographic pattern. However, some stark outliers in the southwest corner of DC made this difficult. Houses in this area have an average price of over $3 million, while in comparison, all other areas are much cheaper, with average prices of under $1 million. While the previous map revealed the most expensive areas, the following table showcases the 10 zip codes with the lowest home prices. Analyzing based off of price alone did not reveal any patterns, so the next step in my analysis revolved around diminishing the effect of outliers and creating a better feature to aid in the comparison. I calculated the average price per square foot for each area and repeated my process. The following chart shows this information. This new map is based on the same feature, and it reveals much more interesting trends than the original map. First, it is clear that areas within the DC limits have the highest prices per square foot. Then, the southeast corner of DC is the most affordable for those wanting to stay within the city limits. Finally, Maryland has significantly better prices than its two counterparts. Using the price per square foot, I extracted the top 5 best valued zip codes for each price range. In the first chart, we can see that as price category increases, so does the price per square foot. Thus, higher house prices are not accounted for by larger spaces. In the second chart, we can see that the number of bedrooms does not have a clear correlation with price. The main observation is that homes under $500K tend to have less than 4 bedrooms, and homes over $500 tend to have more. Using these charts, we can extract a few other specific insights. First, zip 22027 appears to be a great deal. It lies in the $750 to $1 million range. However, its square footage is at least $100 cheaper than similar price zip codes. 20754 is also a great choice, having 5.5 bedrooms, which is significantly more than what most other areas offer, while still remaining on the more affordable side. This area would be a great choice for larger families. By the same standards, 22102 is doing poorly. On average, it has 2.82 bedrooms, which is less than almost all other, much cheaper zip codes. Further research would need to be conducted to find out why this area is valued so expensively. Some further work could be done to improve this project. First, I would like to gather more data. Second, I would want to add commute time to the list of features. And finally, I would like to create an interactive dashboard to summarize my findings. This dashboard would allow for filtering data to the user's preferences. For example, it would allow to only look at zip codes in Maryland or ones that are within 30 minutes of DC.